The Encyclopaedia Britannica tells us the word sacrament was used in Roman law to describe a legal sanction in which a person placed his or her life or property in the hands of the supernatural powers that upheld justice and honoured solemn contracts. In our contemporary use, the term sacraments relates to the word sacred, which means holy or set apart by God. It focuses on our relationship with God. In the 5th century, St. Augustine defined sacraments as a visible sign of an invisible grace. Until the mid-16th century, there was an unlimited number of sacraments. Any ritual that reflected the mystery of God present with humanity was named as a sacrament. It could be the celebration of a girl becoming recognized as a young woman, or the blessing of a new house for a family, or the commencement of a course of study. All these could be seen and celebrated as sacraments. As part of the Counter-Reformation, the Catholic Church limited the sacraments to 7 specific acts. These are baptism, confession, communion, confirmation, marriage, ordination, and the anointing of the sick. Much later, the Orthodox Church followed the same pattern. Around the same time, the Protestant Church limited sacraments to the 2 acts that Jesus specifically commanded, baptism and Holy Communion. It is these 2 sacraments that are specifically named in the basis of union, and those who preside at them require authorization from the Presbytery. Baptism is seen as a sign of God's grace to us. Grace cannot be earned or bought. It is an undeserved gift from God. Our baptismal service reminds us that we love because God first loved us. Because of this, the Uniting Church does not only baptize adults, but also children for whom the Church takes responsibility for their spiritual nurture. Holy Communion is the participation in the death and resurrection of Christ. Whilst we affirm the real presence of Christ, we do not affirm a literal presence. Holy Communion is a sign of Christ's continuing presence, and all baptized people, regardless of their denomination, are welcomed to the table. Whilst these 2 rituals are the formal sacraments, we can also celebrate the sacrament of the present moment. In our daily life, we are aware of the movement of God in our world and the little things that help deepen that relationship. We can enjoy those little moments in life that on reflection show us a visible sign of God's invisible grace.